Hi, this is Mitul Chandrani, Marketing Manager, Xantrex brand at Schneider Electric. In this special episode of Tech Doctor, we will try and understand some of the most commonly used terms in electrical power. To help understand these terms, I have with me Tech Doctor Don Wilson. Don, thanks for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Power share is one of the terms that I come across all the time. Can you please elaborate what it means?
So power share it solves one of the common problems in that the charger in an RV or a boat is arguably one of the largest loads on the boat. But it's also the only one that the inverter can control in a combination inverter charger. So the idea behind power share is if you have a heavy load downstream of the inverter can derate the charger to prevent tripping of the shore power breaker or the generator breaker. And then when that heavy load goes away, it can bring the charger back up to full and keep the charger going again.
So let's say if there was a load microwave which is turned on, which needs a lot of power to start, so exactly. The charger would derate in that situation?
Correct, until the microwave is done cooking and then bring the charger back up automatically.
Okay. Are all inverter chargers equipped with this feature?
Most inverter chargers are equipped with this feature. Some of them are not.
We also hear the term power factor correction related to charging. What is a power factor correction?
Power factor correction has been available in the last dozen years probably. A lot of people relate charger efficiency to strict efficiency, which is charger performance minus energy lost in heat. But one of the things it doesn't focus on is how effectively an AC to DC charger uses the cycling AC waveform. Power factor correction actually corrects that power factor in anticipating the rising voltage on an AC input and reacting to that. And so you can actually end up with a larger charger and still draw the same amount of AC amperage on the input.
You know, if you think of countries like Canada and the US, massive countries by geography, and you could be in Arizona one day and then up north after 3 or 4 days of traveling, you could be in a cold region. We hear this temperature compensated charging. What does it really do?
So batteries have a natural resistance. The resistance is higher when they're cold and lower when they're warm. And so battery temperature compensation when charging batteries allows the charger to raise its voltage slightly when the batteries are cold to overcome that resistance and lower the voltage slightly when they're warm to overcome resistance. And it's just a way to make sure that the battery gets the most effective charge, and it allows the battery to last just a little bit longer.
Same question as before. Are all battery chargers or combination inverter chargers equipped with this feature?
Not all of them. The more advanced ones are. There are some that don't.
Okay. Battery equalization. What does it do, and does it help extending the life of the battery?
Yeah, battery equalization is one of the more misunderstood functions of a charger. So batteries that stay at a stagnant voltage for a long period of time or spend a lot of time discharged will get a sulfate buildup on the plate, on the lead plates of the battery. That sulfate becomes a resistance or an insulator to effective charging and discharging. The battery chemistry is still good, but there's something in the way from blocking that current flow. The equalization is really kind of a controlled overcharge of the battery that kind of excites the battery enough that sulfate can break off of the plate, float down to the bottom like it's supposed to, and exposes the good plate underneath it. The problem with equalization is to get that added capacity back, you have to damage your battery a little bit. So equalization damages your battery a little bit in order to get that added capacity. So it's not something you want to do often, but you want to do it periodically, typically about every 30 cycles or every year.
Is that something that an end user can do himself or herself, or it has to be done by?
No, a lot of the more advanced inverter chargers have equalization built in. A lot of the advanced chargers have equalization built in. But I would also stress to read the manuals of those, because there's a lot of safety precautions you have to take, like disconnecting your loads and making sure that it's in the open and the battery caps are off, and that you're equalizing the right battery type, because some battery types can't take an equalization charge.
Okay, thank you.